So your prediction is Chiefs win by 3. I have 2 predictions.
Yeah, 3 or less.
Okay. So do you think they're going to win on a field goal or
An
something
extra
like
point,
that?
something like that. Yeah.
Or they're going to score a touchdown that gives them like a 3-point advantage or something. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 3-point advantage, and that's going to be it's going to be very low.
Okay, who do you think's going to? Okay, so your other prediction. Who do you think's going to be the star of the game for the Chiefs?
Ooh, one star player.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's always somebody that really, without like the MVP. Like, for example, Mahomes throwing that touchdown last year against the Niners and assassinating them in the OT. Mahomes was the star of the game by doing that. I think he got the MVP too.
I don't know. I mean, Mahomes was very active in that last playoff game, so I'm kind of wondering how active he's going to be in this one, and if he's going to step up and do more running than he normally does, like he did in that last game. He did a lot more of running. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't usually run that much, and he really did this last game. I'm wondering if he's going to do that. That would be an interesting thing to see. But star player, I think it's going to be Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, you think he's going to have a couple touchdowns or something? Because in order for him to be the star player,
backup, it's going to be Kareem Hunt, honestly, because those two have just.
Okay.
Did you watch Kareem in the last game?
No, I know. Look, I'm not giving you that face because you know football. That's why I'm having this conversation with you. But I'm just like, you're picking him over your boy Kelsey. That blows me away.
Okay, I love Kelsey, and he's very good.
I mean, I would say that Kareem Hunt's not going to have a game like Mahomes would have, like a killer game.
Well, no, but
okay, but look, you know what you're doing. You know football, so I'm open. Okay.
No,
you do.
I mean, you still know more than me, but no, I mean.
Look, Kareem Hunt scored that first touchdown against the Bills early, and that was huge. That was a pivotal touchdown.
I think, yeah, he really showed out for that game.
Yeah, I was surprised.
That's why I think in the Super Bowl he's going to show up even more. I think it's going to be him and Worthy that are really going to step up because.
Mm-hmm.
And yes,
Hunt is.
I love Kelsey, but he's not.
We know you love
Kelsey. Doing as much as some of the other players are.
Well, I think it's interesting.
So,
you make an interesting point.
And I know everybody's so excited Pacheco's back, and everybody loves Pacheco, but do you guys see how little he's doing?
Yeah, I think
I think it's because of the injury that he's kind of babying himself, which 100% I get. I just don't feel like he's giving everything he's got on the field because I watched him before he got injured, and he's the beast, and I'm watching him now after the injury, and he doesn't seem like it. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I said all that.
Okay. All good things. You're saying a lot of good things. Here are my responses. I do think Pacheco is going to probably have a better game than Hunt because they're probably saving him for this time. You're right. He could be kind of still getting back in the swing of things. The type of injury he had, you can't practice on that. So, and when the regular season is happening, there's pressure to get out there. So Hunt's going to take the bulk of it while Pacheco's still getting back in there. And they don't want Pacheco getting hurt. So I think that's why they eased up on his time. And he's not looking to win any awards, right? He just wants to contribute. Or he could be hurt more than we realize, right? And he can't be effective. I think you're going to see Pacheco probably have a bigger game in the sense that like it's all or nothing in the Super Bowl. People do forget this is it. So if you're hurt, you're playing. If you're like, whatever your excuses are, there's no excuses. If there's ever a time to play hurt, it's this game, right? So I'd have a broken leg. I'd go out there. It's Super Bowl. Okay, so back to Kelsey. I think he's probably going to have a pretty good game because I think they're going to feature him. Because this could be. I think it's his retirement game. Honestly, I know we said. See, that's what you think, but here's the thing: he really wants to be a Hollywood star. And that will take 100% commitment. He can't do both. I mean, he did that like show on Hulu or something, and he has a game show. You can't. All that stuff's filmed during the off season, and then now they're playing it. he can't be an actor at a higher level and not have a commitment. And especially being the fact that it needs to be trained, right? He's not a natural acting talent. He can be trained to get there. It's a skill. But I just think he's going to retire. Plus, he's getting older. And plus, after the three-peat, everything's a letdown from here, right? So if they get the three-peat, even if they do it again and get a fourth one, it's super unlikely. He's not at their age or his age, because Kelsey's he's like what, 5 years older than Mahomes or something?
Kelsey is 35.
Yeah, and that's way old at that point to be a tight end. That's why there's a lot of rumors that he takes a lot of HGH and stuff in the offseason and gets away with it, because he's much bigger than he was when he started, and he's tougher. I think I would not count Mahomes out being like the guy. He's an assassin, and I was watching some clips of him. He looks thinner. He looks focused. I could tell he's really on top of his fitness and his eating. He looks ready to me. He looks hungry, literally and figuratively. Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to play well, but I think they're going to cheat. I just can't see the NFL not giving them the cheat. And because of that, I agree. I think they're going to win by 3 because of the cheat. Now, let's say there is no cheating. Eagles win easy. They're a better team.
Think so.
I know you don't because you're a Chiefs fan. But what I'm saying is, if you line up everybody on the Eagles, the only advantage the Chiefs have, in my opinion, is tight end. In my opinion, Eagles have better defense. They have a better running game. I mean, they have a monster running game. Jalen Hurts is a better skill-wise quarterback than Mahomes. Easy, right? Now, he's not as accomplished, but he's a better. Like if you told me right now, pick a fantasy team, I'm taking Hurts, right? So he's got the skill set. Their wide receivers are probably I'd say the Chiefs probably have the edge a little bit of wide receivers, so I'll give them that. But but if I can't give you a clear edge, it's even. I think the defense, the Chiefs have a good defense, but not like the Eagles. So kicking game does go to the Chiefs, but I do like their kicking. So I just see a lot of positivity with the Eagles, but I just don't see them beating the refs. So if there isn't a clear cheat, Eagles win. If there's a cheating moment, Chiefs win. My prediction.
How are you going to feel if there's no cheat and the Chiefs still win?
Then, well, first of all, that won't happen. But second of all, okay, if the Chiefs win without a cheat, I'm doing a Taylor Swift show. We've already established that.
I know. I want to know how sour that's going to taste in your mouth.
Not necessarily.
I think you were wrong.
I don't think it'd be sour. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No. Look, it's a fair look. That's a fair. I'm a guy that has strong opinions about sports. No, it's fair. But I'm not. I'm not. Look, I was upset with the Chiefs because I knew what they're. Look, was I right? Here we are. I did say this was going to happen. I was right. And everybody has complained about the cheating, the Texas games, the Bills games. Everybody's complained about the cheating throughout the playoffs too. So what I predicted came true. And everybody statistically, all the experts are saying it's statistically impossible for the Chiefs to do what they've done without cheating. You can't have 2-point wins in that. You just can't, right? Okay. So I was right. Am I right about this will be a cheat game? Probably, because the evidence shows that most likely with all the games that they've played, there's been more cheating than less cheating. So I'm just going with that. Now, if there isn't a clear cheat, or let's say there's one controversial call, or remember the Bills game, you watched it very clearly. Your opinion was, yes, there was some questionable calls, but the Bills had more than one chance to win that game and they couldn't do it. Or, right? Okay, we agree.
Yeah, I feel like in the end, whether those calls were made or not, it came down to the fact that they just didn't have it.
Yes, and that pass, the catch, that cat Haberman or whoever he was didn't catch it. They had an opportunity for a first down to catch the light. Okay, it was in his hands. He dropped it. Nobody was on him. Okay. If that happens in the Super Bowl, then I will give the Chiefs complete. I will worship the Chiefs and say, you are a great team. I will give everybody their props because If the cheat keeps the Eagles from having opportunities, that's one thing. But if there's cheating and the Eagles cannot capitalize on their opportunities, that's another. So I won't hold that against the Chiefs, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not necessarily like the cheating with the Bills game. I didn't necessarily hold that against the Chiefs. I was like, okay, well, hey, it is what it is. I even did a TikTok. People disagreed with me. I'm like, look, the cheat's on, but the Bills had a chance. So that's on you guys. Plus, going into this Super Bowl, the Eagles know what they're dealing with. Right? So they know they have to get a lead on them, and they got to hurt them, and they got to cheat too. My opinion, cheat, hit Mahomes, cheat. Get your guys out there, sweep the leg, poke them in the eye, because I believe that's what I said in my TikTok. The only way that Eagles are going to win is if they cheat. That's the only way to do it. Or bring a really good game that's better than the Bills. And I don't think the Eagles could do that per se, because the Bills were the only ones who did it this year, and they couldn't do it in the postseason. So, and the Super Bowl is weird. You've got an hour halftime. You're playing on turf. They're both in a neutral stadium. That's really weird. Super Bowl week is weird. You've got 2 weeks off. It's so hard to predict. But the one thing I think we can't predict is the cheating. So that's my conditions. I do think there are conditions where if the Chiefs do win, I'm going to be okay with it and be like, hey, you did it. I won't hold it against them. But if there's a pass interference call and it puts the Chiefs on the 5 and they score a field goal or a go-ahead touchdown, then I would hold it against them and say it's illegitimate. But I just say we'll have to see. We'll have to let it play out. But the Eagles they know what they're dealing with. It's not like they're going in not knowing that this is a possibility. So
I think that's what I'm imagining.
I hold it against them too.
Is like a repeat. I think that's what I'm imagining for this game too. Is like, I don't want to say this. It's going to be the Bills and the Chiefs all over again. It's the Eagles this time.
Yeah. So you feel like it's a done deal. The Chiefs. Will you be shocked if the Chiefs lose?
I will be absolutely astounded.
Okay, because I won't be shocked if they win. I won't be shocked if they lose. I guess I would be shocked. Because I think they're going to win too, because I believe the cheat's in. But I wouldn't be stunned. How about this? I wouldn't be completely stunned if the Eagles come out and play a good game and the Chiefs are flat and the refs can't bail them out. Like, for example, last year, there was a little cheating, not like this year, but when the Niners had an opportunity to win, they couldn't close out the Chiefs, and they had them by the throat. They couldn't do it. Yeah. And then when the Chiefs had an opportunity to win, everybody knew Mahomes is going to throw a touchdown. Everybody knew it, and they couldn't stop it. So that's why I was like, hey, all hail to the Chiefs, because Mahomes is an assassin. They earned it, especially because they were behind, and then Kelsey tried to eat Andy Reid's face and all that kind of stuff. Like, the Chiefs thought they were going to lose that game, and the world did too, because the Niners came out pretty strong. Except CMC the Niners just weren't at a full. They just had a lot of problems, and their defense fell apart. But they didn't have the experience that the Chiefs have, and that's important. The Eagles are really cocky, but they don't have the experience the Chiefs have, because the Chiefs know how to get those flags. That's part of it too.